Cranes rise over London, constructing record numbers of new luxury apartments. Some 35,000 of these prime homes are due to be completed in the next 10 years, a boom spurred on by strong demand from overseas investors after the 2008 financial crisis. Most of these homes are out of the reach of ordinary Londoners, who have been squeezed by soaring property prices and rents amid a chronic shortage of affordable housing. But the luxury apartments range from the relatively affordable, say less than £1 million, to the exclusive territory of the super rich. Right at the top end are these apartments from the developers Clivedale in Mayfair, home to celebrities such as Nicole Kidman. The company has a handful of developments like this across Mayfair, one of London's most exclusive districts. They're aimed at some of the world's wealthiest people and can cost up to £25 million. But how will the UK's exit from the EU affect demand? On the one hand, the drop in sterling makes homes cheaper for foreign buyers, but on the other hand, many aspects of the UK's future, including London's future as a financial centre, are up in the air. To add to that, many analysts say there were already too many expensive homes being built in the city.
No one knows the answers and no one's got a crystal ball. But the way we look at it is a weather pattern that will pass through, and the other side of it will continue doing what we're doing. The market will adjust and the market will move on, but you've got to take a sort of 10-year view over it. There is still demand for highest quality super prime residential property in central London.
Buyers at this level of the market are demanding. At the 10 Trinity Square development in the City of London, the target buyers are leading business executives who are cash rich but time poor. For just £18 million, you could live in an apartment like this in 10 Trinity Square, with access to all the amenities of the Four Seasons Hotel and this view of the Tower of London.
If you want the Michelin star chef cooking within your apartment, then that is available to you, but you don't need to embrace that. Furthermore, if you want to use the spa, the gym, the pool, the restaurants, the concierge services, they're all available to the buyers.
As the market gets more crowded, developers are setting themselves apart with extra services and unique locations.
Competition is high. I think there's a lot of property out there, and I think that developers are having to up their game to attract these types of purchasers or a smaller pool of purchasers.
Not surprisingly, the biggest area for luxury home developments is Chelsea and Fulham, one of London's traditionally exclusive areas. But prime homes are being built in many areas of the city. Another £14 billion worth of apartments are being built on the south bank of the Thames, and £7 billion in areas in or near the City of London.
Well, we're certainly seeing that the prime central London market is more affected than the prime fringe areas. I think this is probably because the market is dependent in prime central London on foreign investors. Foreign investors are taking a little bit of a holding position at the moment, whereas the prime fringe is more owner-occupier based. And we've seen in our data that there's been a reduction of 24% in the number of properties sold in the first 5 months of this year compared to last year, whereas in prime fringe we've actually seen an increase in turnover of about 3%.
Now that the UK has voted to leave the EU, there are question marks over whether all of these planned apartments will actually be built. Some homes were already being sold at discounts ahead of the vote, and planning consultants now report that projects are being put on hold.
I think we're just going to see chaos, to be honest. What we've seen in the past, and I look back at 1987, when the stock market crashed then, 1998 and in 2008, is nobody does anything. And the market just goes deathly quiet. No sellers, no buyers, and it just takes a long time for that to sweat through.
Many of the effects of Brexit have yet to play out, but investors are already circling some developments, hoping for bargains. And analysts predict that the vote to leave the EU will cause a drop in consumer confidence that will dampen what had been rapid house price growth across the market. If that does happen, even homes like these could become a little more affordable. Judith Evans, Financial Times, London.